When I say casing, what is casing to you? Anything? Do you know what casing is? This we call casing. Casing. This is the intestine of the pig, okay? So when you find the end, you always keep the end over the side so you can find it again. Because if I throw this inside here, go look for it now. Now you're going to waste your time, okay? So you always make sure you find the end and you keep the end over the side. Now there's another way. You can just wrap it around your hand like this. If you don't have a bowl. That's another way to do it. Okay? So right now, we are going to make some sausages. This is called a sausage stuffer. Sausage stuffer. So we have all our sausage meats in here. The other thing we have to do is put the horn on. This is the horn. So the horn goes on here like this. We're going to get the handle. So there's two knobs where you can put the handle in, right? The top one makes it go fast. Okay? The bottom one makes it go slow. Now before we put this in here, we have to put the plunger. This is the plunger. With the plunger, there's a hole here that we cover with this little mechanism. That goes in here like this. And that's sort of to release the air so you don't have a lot of air in the sausages. If you do get some air in the sausages, we have a skewer or a little tool that we poke the holes out to get the air out. So this will screw onto the top here. But before we do that, we have to put this gasket. I always make sure that it's nice and clean before I put it together. And when we take it apart, we do the same thing. We clean it. Because when we're plunging the meat gets inside here. So you have to take it apart like this. See how I squeeze together? And then I take the gasket off and I make sure everything is clean. This is clean, this is clean. Then I can put this back on. So it's very important that you're very clean. With the casing. So what I like to do is I like to drop it in the water. I like to find the end of the casing and I want to wash the inside. So what happens is, see how it's like a balloon? I can put some water inside like this. You see that? And then I'm going to dip it in the next one and I put water in this one. And then I dip it in this one and I put water in this one. And then I sort of just run it all the way through. So now I'm going to use some water. And this is going to help me to put the casing on the horn. So again, I find the end, open it up, loading the horn. They say 3 feet of casing will do about 1 kilo of meat. It does twist, so you have to be careful. can I please have those scissors? Thank you. We're just going to cut this, and then we'll deal with this one after. So now I'm going to get a partner. Daniel, can you help me out? So I put my thumb here, and when Daniel starts to turn it, I'm going to feel the air pressure. Go ahead. Go ahead. And then once I tell him he's going to switch to the slow speed, and then we're going to make some sausages. Go ahead, go ahead. You can see the air is coming out, so the air is being pushed. And I'm feeling it here. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I always leave a little bit, and now you see, you could switch to the lower one now, Daniel. Thank you. So I'm actually holding the casing with my left hand, and with my right hand I'm going to guide. Go ahead. Go ahead. So I'm going to get into a rhythm with my partner. Slow down.
Stop.
Go ahead. Communication is the key in the kitchen. Stop. Okay, so you can see how I'm turning it, because if I didn't, I would end up all the way down there. So I want to stay in one area and keep turning. Now for me to make sausages from this, I usually take the link and I would measure anywhere between 6 to 8 inches and give it a good pinch and then a turn. And then I measure the next one and I pinch, then I turn the other way. Then I measure the next one and I pinch and I turn. And these will all go on the tray. It's very important that you know how many sausages you made. So on each tray you should have the same amount. So 10 trays of 50, you know you have 500 sausages. And that's how you put the force meat into the casing. Depends on the horn, depends on the meat, and depends on the casing. This is pork intestine. You can have beef, which is a lot bigger, and then you can have sheep, which is a lot smaller. And that's how you make sausages. Thank you.